I'm going to show you how to draw your puzzle in Inkscape. I have the template open. You can see each puzzle has 6 puzzle pieces. Each of those green triangles is a piece. We're going to make each of the walls of for each triangle a little bit unique and different. So we're going to give it some shape, although it will still be a basic triangle shape. There's a few different ways to draw lines. So first I'm going to click this button over here on my left. This will let me draw straight lines. So I'm going to draw the top half of this wall. If I click there and click there, that's the first line. Give a little point and just come straight down. When I'm done, hit enter, escape, escape. So that just draws straight lines. I just click where I want to start a line and click where I want to end a line. Let me get rid of that. That same button can draw curved lines. So if I click on that button again, I draw the top half of this wall. I click where I want to start, click where I want to end, but this time I hold down the second click and I drag my mouse and it makes the line curved. When I'm done, I just hit enter, escape, escape. Notice both times I'm staying within this blue shape right here. I don't want my wall shape to be outside of the blue shape because then my puzzle will not work correctly. And finally, the button right above that is a freehand button. So if I click that, wherever I move my mouse is where my line is. Enter, escape, escape. I'm going to get rid of that one. I want to use this curved line I drew, and I want this line to be reflected on the bottom half of the wall. So I'm just going to click on it, right click, copy, right click, paste. Now I want to flip it upside down. So if I click on the shape again, I see these little rounded arrows in the corner. If I hold down the control key, click and drag those arrows, I can rotate my shape. So now it's 180 degrees upside down. Now I just want to click, drag it over so the corner lines up with the center of my wall. If you see that red X in the corner, that tells me that it's exactly lined up. Alright, so now my top half is a mirror image of my bottom half, and that's what I want. Make sure you have Object, Fill, and Stroke open. I'm going to click on the first line. I'm going to hold down the Shift key and click on the second line. Lets me choose them both at the same time. I want to go up here to Path and click Stroke to Path. I want to click Path again and click Trace Pixel Art. I can close this top part. Under the Fill tab right here, I want to click the X, and under the Stroke Paint, I want to click the first box, and I want to drag this slider all the way to the right until it says 255. It turns my line red. Alright, so there's one wall. I'm going to click the first line, hold down the Shift key, click the second line. I'm going to combine these two shapes so it treats it as one object. So I'm going to go to Object and Group. And now it's one shape. I'm going to click on that line. I'm going to right click, copy, right click, paste. Now if I click and hold down somewhere close to the center of this box and I drag it over to my next wall, I'm going to line up the center with the box with this green dot. Now I just put my wall up here at the top. I'm going to paste again. I'm going to click somewhere near the center, drag it over to this other vertical wall, paste again, drag it over to this other vertical wall. Now I need some other walls that are at different angles. So I'm going to paste another one. I'm going to click on it again so I see this little rounded arrow in the corner. Hold down my control key and I'm going to rotate it till it's lined up with another wall. I'm going to click close to the center, and drag. If I see that red X in the center, I know it's perfectly lined up. I'm going to copy this, paste another one over here. I'm going to click and drag to my next wall, paste another copy, click and drag to my next wall, paste, click and drag. I'm going to paste another wall. I'm going to click twice till I see this rounded arrow, hold down the control key, click and drag till it's at my next angle, click somewhere near the center, and drag this till it lines up with each of the other walls. Let me copy this one so I don't have to rotate it each time. Alright, there's each of my puzzle pieces. You can see each one is still a general triangle shape, but now it's a little more interesting, and each wall is unique. So these are the puzzle pieces, but now I want to put an image on top of this puzzle, so whoever's putting it together can line up the pieces according to the image and get all the pieces in the correct place. So I'm going to open up Google Images. I just did a search for dog on Google Images. Although I don't want to use a photograph because that will not laser cut very well, I want to go to Tools and first make the color black and white, and then go to Type and either click Clip Art or Line Drawing. These are the types of pictures that will laser cut on top of the puzzle well. So I'm just going to click one of these pictures. I'm going to right click, copy image, go back to Inkscape, right click and paste. I can click and drag the corners to resize my picture, and I'm just going to drag them into the center of my puzzle. Now I want to make all the lines still be visible over the top of this image, so I'm going to go up here to Object and I'm going to click on Lower to Bottom so all the lines are visible. Now this image is ready to be sent to the laser and the laser cut.